There's a saying that life is a trip, and rightfully so. From the topmost individualities to the weakest, everyone goes through ups and downs. Every situation is a choice, and each step in life is like a small test. Every decision leads you in a certain direction. That is why it's pivotal to learn to observe your mortal life, to watch others and the opinions they made that brought them to this point in their lives. Learn from both the great men and the less educated. There is a story about a savant. One day the savant was sitting under a tree, and some people approached and sat down beside him. They asked the pundits an cool question: "How did you come so wise?" The savant turned to them, looked at them for a moment and replied, "Because I learned from fools. I observed their decision-making process and avoid doing the effects that got them into trouble." The same holds true for your life. Let every moment of your life be filled with compliances. It's the easiest way to dock 10, 20 or indeed 30 times off your literacy wind and place yourself ahead of the 99%. Flashback that life is brimming with assignments. It's your duty as a mortal to remain a pupil throughout life. The moment you believe you are a master and have learned enough is the moment you will stop growing. So what are some of the assignments and principles that men should keep in mind? Assignment 1: happiness is a particular choice. Happiness is a decision that only you can make for yourself. Much of your joy comes from within, and you must have control over your feelings, just as the pursuit of physical pleasure shouldn't consume your studies. True happiness isn't solely dependent on satisfying primitive solicitations, including sexual bonds. Do not rely on others to produce your happiness, as this is a common pitfall in connections. When you enter a relationship awaiting your mate to be your sole source of happiness, it frequently leads to disappointment. Your happiness is your responsibility. This applies not only to connections, but to every aspect of life. For illustration, on a stormy day, one person might find joy in the rain while another curses the way. Either way, it's all about your mindset. Flashback: happiness is a daily choice you must make. One way to cultivate this mindset is by decoupling from social media. Social media frequently does more harm than good, despite its pledge of bringing people closer together. In reality, it constantly achieves the opposite effect, fostering covetousness and disgruntlement among druggies. Everything is temporary, the good times and the bad, they are all transitory. When life's great, grasp it completely and be thankful. When challenges arise, stay composed and attack them head-on. Indeed, the finest days will come someday, so if feelings hover to overwhelm you, stay bent and keep a clear head. 3 lives are not fair, let's face it. Life hands as different balconies of cards, some start with advantages, others with none. You can complain and begrudge your circumstances, but the responsibility for casting your stylish life eventually falls on you. The life you dream of frequently lies on the other side of the challenges you are avoiding. It's like that old byword: if you seek happiness, start with discomfort. Do not stay around, take action, stop growling, and start doing. These are the keystones of being a flexible and resourceful individual. For taking pitfalls in life, the biggest threat can frequently be not taking pitfalls at all. Look around, and you will find that numerous successful folks took action to reach where they are. Anything worthwhile generally involves some position of threat. Being interested in some is seductive, but if you want to win them over, you've got to step up and start a discussion now that might feel intimidating, especially for numerous guys who indurate up when that occasion arises. But whether it's in the realm of courting or leaving your regular job for a more promising career, most effects worth having come with an element of threat. The choice, my musketeers, is yours. Grab the threat and truly live. Assignment 5. The power of being present. It's a common tendency for numerous of us to dwell either in history or the future, and still abiding in these realms can be relatively mischievous. While it's impeccably fine to plan for the future, it should not overshadow your present. Thinking about the future is essential for direction, but do not get wedged there. Let your unborn studies gently guide you as you work diligently in the present to achieve your asked life. The same goes for living in the past. Ignoring the good old days will not bring them back. It's living in the now that truly matters. Flashback. Having a purpose is crucial to living each day to the fullest. Without it, you risk getting careless and wedged between once and unborn. The trap of overthinking as we grow is that we tend to over-dissect everything. Our relations with others can shoot us into a curl of studies and feelings. It may be that someone did not bid you farewell at